All right, guys, bang, bang, lunch money time. While Wall Street's trying to get rich, us just trying to get our lunch money right. I'm here with the beautiful, intelligent Polina Marinova Pompliano, who is wearing her athletic gear.
Actually, legally, I'll just be Pip.
Polina Marinova Pompliano, PIMP.
No.
What's up? Don't forget that BlockFi is now a sponsor of Lunch Money. You can earn up to 8.6% APY in an interest-bearing account. Go sign up for one right now. Go to blockfi.com/pomp and you can get that interest-bearing account. You literally wire your money in. They turn it into digital dollars and you can earn up to 8.6% compared to the 0.02 or 0.03 that you're currently getting in your checking account. Go check it out, blockfi.com/lunchmoney or blockfi.com/pomp. I'm an investor. I sit on the board of directors. I'm a user. I'm happy, and you will be too.
I'm happy.
I'm in a great mood today. All right, what's going on?
Okay. So the stock market is in an absolute raging mania fueled by the Federal Reserve, says longtime hedge fund manager Stanley Druckenmiller. He said, everybody loves a party, but inevitably after a big party, there's a hangover. Right now, we're in an absolute raging mania. We've got commentators encouraging companies to do stock splits. Companies then go up 50%, 30%, 40% on stock splits. That brings no value, but the stocks go up.
That's true. This is what happens when the retail investors are involved.
I feel like the hangover is going to be bad.
Maybe. Look, here's the crazy part is we've just never seen a central bank print this much money in a global pandemic, or let alone we've never seen them print this much money ever. But then also you lay into it with all the kind of economic carnage that's happening. Nobody knows what's going to happen. That's the beauty of all this is everyone is speculating, and that's what makes a market. Some people think stocks are going to go up for longer. Some people think stocks are going to go down. Some people think that stocks are going to go sideways, right? Nobody knows for sure, and everyone is literally wagering.
Are they speculating?
Of course. Look, the stock, and just to be clear, the stock market is just a casino that's legal. I mean, that's all it really is. People are literally betting money on what's going to happen in the future. And that's fine. And they all have kind of different ways of valuing assets and price and all this kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, it's the market is the referee. The market will determine who's right and who's wrong. Stanley Druckenmiller, I think, is not wrong in saying there's been a party. I mean, since March lows, the stock market's up over 50%.
I just can't believe that. And remind me, a stock split doesn't add value. It's literally just the company trying to prop up they're issuing more stock.
Kind of. So for those that don't know what a stock split is, literally if you own one share of company A and they just say, okay, for every one share you have, now you have 5. Right. Nothing changed with the company. They just created 5 shares. Now, what does happen, right, and I think where sometimes it's misleading to say it doesn't create any value is sometimes people do it simply to get the price of the stock to be lower. So let's say that you had a stock that was worth $1,000, right? Well, only people who have $1,000 can buy that stock. So if you do a 5-to-1 stock split, meaning that for every one stock you own, now you own 5. Well, now the price is $200. And so it appears to be cheaper, right? So I don't buy the argument that it doesn't change anything. It doesn't change any underlying fundamentals of the company, the value, all that kind of stuff. But there is definitely a psychological impact to it. And that's why companies are doing it, right? If it didn't change anything, why would companies do it?
All right.
So that's what's going on.
In the world of luxury, LVMH says the threat of U.S. tariffs on French products has forced it to scrap its planned acquisition of Tiffany, which would have been the biggest luxury goods deal in history. So LVMH is a French conglomerate, said that as things stand, it would not be able to complete the $16.2 billion deal, which was announced last November, because of a succession of events which undermined the acquisition. That was a really big deal when that was announced.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, look, obviously coronavirus, COVID-19, the government lockdowns, all this kind of stuff has created a lot of uncertainty. But what exactly are they saying?
The U.S. said in July it would impose tariffs of 25% on French products, including makeup and handbags, as part of a dispute over taxing digital companies. Do you remember this with wine? Isn't this kind of similar? Similar,
yeah. I mean, look, the United States definitely has levied tariffs all around the world, but France specifically, both in wine, luxury goods, it's kind of all French products, got hit with a big one, 25%.
That's a lot.
Of course.
And it's already expensive.
Yeah. Well, and what's crazy about this is in some weird way, the United States has like stopped this acquisition in its tracks.
Yeah, is that allowed?
Of course.
Oh.
But I don't think that was their intention with the tariffs, obviously. It was just kind of, this is a ancillary damage, if you will.
Well, there's always...
It's pretty big, but still. And the other piece that I think is really interesting on this is that the tariffs, even though that they were put in place back in July, they're not actually going to start getting collected until January of next year. So there's kind of like a 6-month period, give or take, where people know it's coming, but it isn't actually getting taken. And so it gives people some time to start making some decisions. Obviously, this being one of the decisions that is being made is, hey, now we're not going to do this acquisition.
I just kind of feel like we're all just playing a giant game of Monopoly. Like, the man isn't going to collect the tariff until you pass go.
The other part that I think is interesting.
I only got 8.5 hours today.
Okay. The other thing that I do think is very interesting, though, is you know who I feel bad for?
Who?
Is all of the like 22 to 25-year-old investment banker kids who were like sleeping under their desks or working their asses off on this deal, and now it's not going to happen.
Well, I don't know if I'm that worried about those people, but yeah, I mean, good job.
I just feel bad for them. They worked really hard.
You don't feel bad about the 32-year-old who can't get her luxury bag from...
Okay, what's going on at JPMorgan?
JPMorgan Chase is investigating the role its employees may have played in potential abuse of the PPP loans and other pandemic relief programs. In a memo to the staff on Tuesday, JPMorgan urged employees to be vigilant about fraud involving government stimulus programs. Does that mean they got it even though they were making more money than necessary?
No, I think what ends up happening here is it's not something that JPMorgan did. I think what they're saying is that
the government sent.
So the way that the government stimulus program worked is government basically said, well, there's no way we can hand out all this money. So what they did is they went to all these banks and they said, hey, you guys have the infrastructure in place to process these loan applications. So what we'll do is we'll work with you. You have your customers or people come to you, apply for PPP, I see. And then JPMorgan says like thumbs up, thumbs down, you get it, you don't. And that's where they're basically saying is that some employees may have done things that they don't agree with. Federal authorities have unsealed charges against individuals who allegedly abused PPP loans in the last few months. Last month, the Justice Department accused nearly a dozen people of participating in large-scale and organized efforts to misuse the PPP funds. Remember, there's trillions of dollars sloshing around in the market.
And JPMorgan alone has funded more than 280,000 PPP loans, totaling more than $32 billion.
Yeah, and so obviously, anytime that there is market chaos, there's uncertainty, there's lots of money flowing around, fraud's going to go up. What you hope is that it's not at large institutions where they're being seen as kind of the referees of who gets the loans and who doesn't. Right, that's the like really sad stuff. Where you expect it to happen is the small business owner who doesn't want to do something fraudulent, but gets in a bad situation, fudges a number. Oh, I'll make it up next month, and then like kind of spirals out of control. Again, it's wrong, but at least there you can see, okay, this person is trying to protect their livelihood, trying to whatever, and like it's not inexcusable, but at least it's understandable.
Yeah.
Right, and so they still should get in trouble and all that kind of stuff. But instead, if it's just at the bank and they're just doing things to line their pockets because there's the opportunity to do it, a little bit harder to kind of say, hey, that's understandable, right? I think that's just pretty unethical. And it sounds like they're trying to get ahead of that. You're
going to love this story. Founders Fund, the venture firm started by Peter Thiel, led a $20 million investment in Virtual Kitchen. The Virtual Kitchen startup helps restaurants deliver to customers while reducing real estate costs. And this company is literally called Virtual Kitchen. It's competing with Travis Kalanick's Cloud Kitchens.
Virtual kitchens, cloud kitchens, whatever.
But Virtual Kitchen was actually founded by 2 ex-Uber executives. Isn't that interesting?
What did they do? Does it say?
It provides technology to set up commercial kitchens designed for delivery, allowing restaurants to get food to customers without the expense and hassle of running a dining room or storefront. So a traditional virtual kitchen.
Yeah. So one was previously a product manager for Uber's marketplace business, and the other was a group manager at Uber Eats. They obviously have a lot of experience. I actually think that
they're going up against their former boss.
Yeah, and look, Travis is not somebody you want to compete with, obviously, but I also think he understands like there's going to be multiple winners in the space, right? One of the things that is really interesting to me is Uber has not yet been labeled as a kind of a factory of entrepreneurs, but the way that they hired for those product manager roles or their general manager roles, it tends to lean towards a lot of these people are going to end up leaving Uber and starting companies.
Well, of course.
And so you kind of saw that with like Facebook and Google. Well, you definitely saw it with Facebook and Google, but there's a lot of other companies where you didn't necessarily see it, right? And so Uber is one of these factories, and it'll be kind of interesting.
Airbnb hasn't really produced a ton that I know.
Yeah, but again, it's a different type of company. I definitely think that there are some entrepreneurs. I know of entrepreneurs that have come out of Airbnb and started companies. It's just a different type of person is attracted to work at an Airbnb versus an Uber. Right. Yeah. And so it'll be interesting to kind of see how this plays out.
That's cool. Restaurants that partner with virtual kitchen or cloud kitchens can still use delivery apps like Uber Eats, DoorDash, and Grubhub. They just come from a virtual kitchen versus something with a storefront, like a traditional restaurant.
Makes sense to me.
Sometimes when I'm on Seamless, I try to guess what a virtual kitchen is. Because like they'll have like a very slim menu and like no pictures. Okay. All right. The Forbes 400 came out today. The Forbes 400 tracks America's richest people who are worth a record $3.2 trillion. All right, don't look. I want you to guess who you think the top 5 richest people in America are.
Top 5 richest people?
Yep, don't look.
Jeff Bezos.
Yes.
Warren Buffett.
No,
he's probably 6 or 7. Elon is 6 or 7. Jeff Bezos.
I mean, sure. Warren Buffett is in the top 5, but he's not number 2. All right,
no, but he's in top 5.
Okay. Bezos, stop looking.
Mark Zuckerberg.
Oh, you're so annoying.
All right, who else is in there?
Don't look. Okay.
I can name like in the top
Bezos,
15.
How did you miss Bill Gates?
Oh, Bill Gates.
Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg,
Warren
Buffett, and Larry Ellison.
Okay, but the other ones include like the Waltons. All 3 Waltons are in the top 15 probably, right?
Yep, Alice Walton.
Alice, Jim, and Rob.
I want you to guess.
Of them.
I want you to guess the top 3 women in
Mackenzie Bezos.
Yes. No, but she's not the first.
No, I know, but she's definitely in the top 3.
She's the second richest woman in America. Who's the top richest woman? Stop looking.
There's only 3. There's only 3 women that I know of being up there. One of them has to be Oprah or close.
No.
She's not in the top 3?
No, not even close.
Okay.
Wow.
Alice Walton.
She's number 1.
Okay.
Alice Walton is the only daughter of Forbes 400. Of Walmart founder Sam Walton.
Sam Walton. Yeah. So Alice Walton, Mackenzie Bezos, and I'm gonna go with other people that are up there. Is Laureen Powell Jobs up there?
She is up here.
What number is she?
30.
30.
But like in the women, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And then probably the Koch sister.
The Koch sister, Julia Koch.
What is she?
And family. She's 45 billion. Oh, she's number 3.
3.
So it goes Alice Walton, Mackenzie Scott, Julia Koch, and then all these Mars people. So Jacqueline Mars, but then look at this. Marieke Mars,
yeah,
Pamela,
the Mars family.
Valerie, Victoria.
Yeah. That's how, well, I mean, Abigail Johnson, yeah, she's the Fidelity CEO.
Yeah, but look at this. So okay, so ready?
Yep.
Alice Walton is the richest woman in America. She's worth $62.3 billion.
I don't think that this is true still.
Wait, why?
I think Mackenzie Bezos is now the richest woman.
Oh.
The data is already out of...
And then $62.3 billion. Forbes, your thing doesn't work. And then Jeff Bezos is $179 billion.
Yeah, Jeff Bezos has over $200 billion.
Anyway.
And Jeff Bezos has $200 billion, and he gave his wife enough money to be number 2, the second most richest.
Right.
I actually think that right now, based on current stock prices, Jeff Bezos is the richest man in the world and Mackenzie Bezos is the richest woman in the world, which means that literally when Jeff Bezos and her got divorced, he gave her the divorce settlement, and that made her the richest woman in the world. And he still is the richest man in the world.
You know what?
That's how much money he has.
You know what I want to be?
What?
This is going to be a very pimp thing to say.
What?
Not Paulina, but pimp.
What?
I want to be the richest woman in the world, not from family inheritance or marriage.
Good. Is dinner on you tonight?
Dinner's on me, baby.
Yes.
Okay, ready?
I'm gonna order like a hog. I'm gonna order so much food to eat.
Okay.
I'm gonna make you go bankrupt.
I'm not there yet.
Oh. All right, what's going on with the Kardashians?
Kardashians. After 20 seasons, I think that's 14 years, yeah. Hundreds of episodes and several spin-off shows, they've decided as a family to end. This is a very special journey.
Do you know why it ended? Do you want to know why it ended?
No.
Last night, Polina tweeted this, and I was like, oh, damn. Chris, Chloe, right? That's one of the names. Kim, Rob. Like, I know some of the names, but I spelled Chris C-H-R-I-S, like Chris is spelled.
Who is that?
And she was like, no, it's K-R-I-S. That's why the show got canceled. It's spelled with a K, not C-H-R-I-S.
They're all spelled with a K. Chris, Kim, Kylie.
Yeah, but Kylie and Kim are spelled with Ks. Chris is not spelled with a K. Who made that up?
Kendall.
What's her real name?
Chloe is spelled with a C-H.
No. No, it's spelled K-H-L-O-E, right?
No, Chris is her real name.
I just like the Rob guy and the Scott, what's the guy's name?
Scott Disick.
Scott Disick, that one right there. Yeah, I like those guys.
You like Scott Disick.
You know, you want to know why I like them?
Like Scott
Do you want to know
Disick.
why I like both those guys? Because they got a hard life dealing with all that.
Okay, Rob does not deal with all that.
No, exactly. He's out. That's the Black China guy?
Yeah.
See, I know. I pay attention. I read the internet.
Imagine being a boy in that whole family.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I feel for them. Can you imagine on a daily basis not only having to deal with your sisters or your cousins or whatever all the things are, but then you got a camera in your face?
I just realized Kanye also starts with a K. That's wild. Do we think this has anything to do with
Kanye richer than all of them?
No.
I think he is.
I don't believe so.
I think so. I think Kanye is worth $2 billion.
No, he's not. Didn't he just become a billionaire? Kylie's been there forever.
No, I think Kanye. I think Yeezy is worth.
No.
I think it's actually $3.2 billion. Look it up. What's Yeezy valuation? This is what happens when you read the internet. Go ahead. Around $3 billion.
That's Yeezy. That's not him.
He owns 100% of Yeezy. Ooh, got real quiet in here. See what happens?
Also,
see what happens?
Shh. Also, for those of you who noticed.
All right. Tell your joke so we can get out of here.
Okay, but the Kardashians, aren't you sad?
No, I don't care. Literally, that's the dumbest thing in the world.
My father quietly...
It's like being famous.
You cannot interrupt the joke.
No, I can interrupt the joke because I just want to make one thing clear. Just so everyone remembers what happened. The reason why they're famous is because the daughter did a sex tape.
No, it's because the mom took advantage of that moment. Okay, ready?
The daughter still did a sex tape.
My father quietly retired from his job as an eyeglass manufacturer.
Because he couldn't see anymore?
He didn't want to make a spectacle. Okay, time to go.
All right, guys, that's it for Lunch Money today. Hope you guys have a great day. While Washi's trying to get rich for us, let's just trying to get our lunch money right. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bang, bang. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Lunch Money as much as we did.
And don't forget, Lunch Money is now sponsored by BlockFi, so go check them out. There's a link in the description that you can click on. I'm an investor, a user, and a huge fan. What?
You're a bigger fan of BlockFi than you are of me?
BlockFi is my second favorite thing in the world behind Polina. They've got 3 products. They can give you a US dollar loan. You can earn up to 8.6% interest on an interest-bearing account. Or you can buy and sell cryptocurrencies on their crypto exchange. I personally use the interest-bearing account. There's not very many places where you'll find up to 8.6% interest on a deposit in an interest-bearing account. Go do your own research. There's risk associated, but 8.6% is pretty compelling. So click on the link in the description. Say thanks to the folks at BlockFi. Subscribe to our channel. Like the video. Annoy Polina in the comments. And we'll see you guys tomorrow.
And be kind to your friends.